The Nebraska football team practiced outside in Memorial Stadium here on Tuesday as they continue preparations for Minnesota. Hi, Sean Callahan for HuskerOnline.com. No update or status on quarterback Adrian Martinez or wide receiver J.D. Spielman, as no sight of them out there at practice. We did get a chance, though, to talk to freshman quarterback Luke McCaffrey following practice, and he got in his first action, and depending on the situation, he may be a guy called upon this week.
We weren't exactly sure. It was kind of funny going in because we weren't sure what to do with my 4 games, and so me and Bunch were standing there. He said, "Luke, go," and I got all juiced and ran out there.
Were you surprised it was a run play?
No, I mean, that's what had been working for us, so we didn't need to change too much in our game plan.
Makes sense. You approach this week the same as you have every week?
Yeah, every week's a game week, and no matter who's playing, everybody's got to be ready for game day.
Do you foresee yourself with an opportunity this week to get in this game if Adrian's unavailable?
That's how every week is. You know, every week is an opportunity to go practice and get better in your craft and prepare like you're the guy.
And for McCaffrey, he said last week happened so fast, but it was a great experience for him.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's the beauty of football. Football is a fast game and one that every player needs to be ready, because you never know when your number is going to be called, and we'll just have to see what happens.
Meanwhile, most of the interviews were focused on defensive guys, and we talked to defensive coordinator Eric Shenander following practice, and he gave some early thoughts on this Gopher offense.
I think we have a really good scheme and really good players, and I think Minnesota has a really good scheme and really good players. To me, it doesn't matter how old they are. I mean, the good thing for those guys in Minnesota is that the offensive line is going to be there for a long time. I mean, they played those kids young, they played the receivers young, they played the quarterback young, so they're going to be a good football team in this division for a while. But they're like us, you know. They've taken a big step from last year to this year, and probably the year before they have 1 year up on us as far as a maturity standpoint. So I think they're doing a good job with that group, and it'll be a challenge for us.
You know, they're a tough team. They've done a good job up there. They're big, they're physical. They're kind of built to be a Minnesota-type team. They're going to do what they do. They don't change a whole lot each week, but they execute very well. Like I said, they're a tough team, and they're undefeated for a reason.
And particularly one of the bigger challenges will be with these Gopher wide receivers, led by 2018 All-Big Ten performer Tyler Johnson.
Yeah, really good group in the Big Ten. I think, you know, Illinois presented some different issues. Obviously, Ohio State's got a really good receiving corps, but these guys are really good too. I recruited Sherrod Bateman a little bit, so I'm familiar with him. But they have a good crew. They have a guy in Bateman that can, a lot of yards after catch and a lot of yards per catch, and Johnson can go over the middle. And they have a nice complementary offense, and they do a nice job of getting those guys in position to make catches.
Good group. Good group. Make a lot of great plays for the team. I can't say more about really the 2 top receivers on the team, Bateman and Johnson. Those guys are phenomenal football players. Go up and get the football well, catch well with their hands, run out to the catch. Seeing a lot of that. Run out the catch, got to tackle. Got to make sure we tackle these guys.
Minnesota also brings a talented group of running backs to the table, Shannon Brooks and Rodney Smith, who are both veteran senior players, along with Muhammad Ibrahim, give the Gophers a very, very good trio in the backfield.
Oh, they run hard. They run real hard. It's a good test for us. You know, I've been waiting to face running backs like that, because Dobbins run similar to them, and Brooks and Rodney and all that. I'm happy for Rodney coming back. I know it's been a tough time for him, battling injuries and what happened to him last year. He's a Georgia native also, so I gotta be happy for him. So it's gonna be a great challenge. I'm excited to face them, because I've been looking my chops for another opportunity to run to play running backs that run in a similar style, and they run real hard, and they competing out there. You could tell every time one of them is in, they try and prove themselves.
And a lot has been made for Nebraska as they play this game, then go into the bye week about what lies ahead. But for Barry, he said his goal right now is pretty simple.
We don't care about the real grinding part. We have a tremendous opportunity, 5 wins. Last time you could say that in a regular season, So it's going to be a tremendous thing to get to 5 wins. I know no one want to hear that and say, Nebraska, excited to win 5 games. But to be honest, it's been a long time. So that's what we try and do in this 5 game, the 5th game of the season, go into the bye week, 5-2. That's what we care about. This everything is in front of us, and this game matters more than the others.
We saw several different newcomers on the field this past week for Nebraska. One of them, though, wasn't Keem Green, Nebraska's junior college transfer defensive lineman. Is there a chance we'll see Keem Green this week at Minnesota?
Yeah, we have an idea of the games that we want to use him. Obviously, a lot of it's going to be depending on the roster. Yeah. If a guy goes down, it is what it is. But if we had our pick, we're going to try to get him ready for the big teams, right? Where we're going to need him to be physical up front, and so we got some games kind of mapped out where we're going to use him. We do team tempo every period, every day, and Keem runs with the one group every period. I want him to go team tempo because I want him to get the pace of the game. I want him to play fast against good on good. So he knows that. That's part of his development plan that we got put together. But he's getting better and better every week. Like his conditioning is not an issue. I think he's in good shape right now where he can run consistently at a lot of plays in a row. But it's just the playbook he's got down. So I think he's in a place where he can help us out, definitely when he shows up again.
And finally, if anything, last week showed that this defense can play in a tight game, and they stood up when it mattered to make a play.
Other than the drive in the third quarter, it was good to have your back against the wall a little bit and stand up tall and hold that thing off. Play 4 quarters of defense is always good. Keep them out of the end zone for a good part of the game is good. Getting a turnover when things matter. I mean, that's a huge play in the growth of a team and a defense to make a big play when it really matters, not just make one when you're up 43-8 or whatever. But there's a lot of growth within the unit and a lot of growth within the team.
The Huskers will get back to work here on Wednesday. Reporting with the Nebraska football team in Lincoln, I'm Sean Callahan of HuskerOnline.com.